Hey guys, welcome to another quick hits for you. Well, what I wanted to go into today is just basic first aid kit, a do-it-yourself first aid kit. A lot of you guys I know play some Renegade paintball, and even in some of the fields, I usually have something like this around, at least my small kit, for when I'm playing. Um, what I mean is first aid. Out in the woods, if you're playing Renegade paintball, what happens if you run across it? You trip on a branch and you slice your arm open. You're just gonna do nothing. I like to be prepared. So, what I did was this is for my basic. I have this one. This is my bug out bag one, so it's a little bit more detailed. But again, it didn't cost much. So, I'll go into basics of what I've got. Just to run it down for you. To start with, Band-Aids, just typical strip Band-Aids, slap them on, whatever. They're cheap. They're I believe that's a pack from the dollar store. Alcohol prep pads. I got 2 packs of these. I got a whole stack of them. Again, my primary concern when it comes to this kit is sanitization, keeping any wound you have clean. So, alcohol prep pads and Band-Aids. Rubber gloves are always a necessity. I was a lifeguard for 9 years, and being a lifeguard, you're also trained in first aid. So, the first thing they tell you is gloves. Gloves, 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 gloves. No matter what you're doing, always put on gloves. So, again, the dollar store. I just bought a pack of latex gloves. Sealed nicely in there. I have roller gauze, a buck a pack, and tape for any kind of bigger wound that a Band-Aid's not going to cover. It's waterproof. It says it's waterproof. I've tried it. It doesn't stay. Water resistant. At the most, it'll stick if you get it on and then you start sweating. It'll stay. But for any extended period of time, it's not going to help. Triple antibiotic. Again, any kind of wound, you're going to want to have sanitized. So what I'll do is I'll use a prep pad, and then triple antibiotic over top of it after I've cleaned it. For any small cut that it'll work on, super glue gel. The hospitals have a similar item. It's pretty much the exact same thing. They call it medical glue. It's the exact same thing. I've had a doctor tell me that himself. So there's that. And I have two. They're generic versions of the Ace bandage, roller pressure bandages. Any kind of sprain, anything I can use. I can use them for splints. Twisted ankles are big happening in paintball, and couple of branches and some roller pressure bandages, and you've got a splint. So, dust masks. There are 10 here. They're a little crumpled up, but I mean, they're still going to do their job. They're crumpled because they fit in my pack that way. Petroleum jelly for sucking wounds, that like a puncture wound to the chest where it's air is coming in and out of it from your lung, or a throat wound where you're breathing through it. If you have a collapsed lung, there's a specific way you have to cover it, and this will help in getting that on there. I'm not going to go into every detail of how first aid works in certain situations, but petroleum jelly is needed for things like sucking chest wounds and other various things. It's also, if you are doing a bug out bag, which is what mine is in, petroleum jelly is flammable, so it's another use for it. It lights on fire. It also doesn't smell very good. It doesn't smell bad, but anyway, I have antibacterial hand soap. I bought these bottles also from the dollar store. You get 2 for $1. I have antibacterial hand soap, and then I have sanitizing spray. The hand sanitizer, you spray it, drip it on your hand, rubs off, and it dissipates. Again, sanitization is key. You don't want to be putting any dirt in anybody's wounds. And then I have These plastic bags, they're scented. They were a buck. It doesn't matter that they're scented. They're sanitary. Again, biohazard. Anything with blood on it can go in this bag, and then everybody knows it's got blood on it. Also, again, for sucking chest wounds, if you're putting anything over to cover it, it needs to be something that's going to be able to breathe, and this would be one of those things. You can't bandage them. They have to be done a specific way. So there's that. Also, I have, on top of that little bottle of sanitizer, I have in my bag a big bottle. Sanitization is key. I know, I'm weird, but whatever. Put that back in there. I also have 2 little spray bottles of disinfectant. Somewhere. Ah! And a pen. They look like this. Also, disinfectant. What this is the disinfectant. My daughter's got their ears pierced. And it came with bottles of disinfectant. Now we already had some from when the oldest got it done. So I took that and I put it in spritzer bottles. Again, just another way to disinfect. I have 2 of those. Again, disinfecting things is going to be a key issue for any kind of first aid mission you go on. Any kind of plan you make as far as first aid. Make sure everything you're using is clean and sterile. Prep pads, band-aids, anything enclosed is going to be sterile from the get-go. The roller gauze, like I said, is wrapped, so it's sterile. The gloves, the bags, everything in here is going to be sterile because it's in its wrap package. That's my basic first aid kit, and if I tally it up real quick, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... less than $20 for a whole kit. And there's other stuff that I took out of this that isn't being used for this that's still adding to that price. And again, the petroleum jellies can be used for more than one thing. The other thing we bought, this was exactly $10 and we got it from Gander Mountain, is a trauma kit, Quick Clot. It's for any serious cut wounds. Quick Clot is a basic type of bandage. What it does is when it goes onto your arm, the chemical in Quick Clot makes the blood clot quicker. Hence the name Quick Clot. So that chemical in it is sealing up the wound better. This is specifically built for severe trauma, and that's also something. I have this at the least when I go out paintballing in the woods. Usually I'll bring my whole kit, but that's just my small pack, and that's only $10. And I've seen people come back out with little scrape marks, and the worst thing I've seen was somebody sprain their ankle. Where I play, they are very much involved in making sure you know when you go out there that you are on somebody else's property and you are responsible for yourself. In fact, we signed the 3rd year we played. We actually he was a little worried, the guy who ran it, because we were on his parents' land. He printed out waivers, and it's basically said you can't sue the owners of the land. We're using their property for free, and you can't sue them. But you sprain your ankle, you hurt yourself. This is a good way to be prepared. Under $20 for the whole kit, including the Ziploc baggies I put them in. So, again, play safe, stay safe out there. Don't take your goggles off, and you won't be going blind, and nobody will need to be helping you out. Play smart, play safe, and you should never have to use the kit. That's when I was lifeguarding, the one thing I had, like, people ask me is have you ever had to save anybody? I said no, because I do my job. So I mean, it's preventative. What you do is you make sure that you're paying attention, and these things won't happen. But you need to be prepared in case they do. And hopefully this video has helped you to give you a good idea of the things you can use and things you should need. The only thing I don't have in here that I would like is some just square gauze. And it's in my trauma kit. My Quick Clot kit's got some in it. So, that being said, all of this stuff was found at the dollar store. My first aid kit cost me about $16, $17, and it was from the dollar store. So you can get all of that there. So, again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the doobly-doo. If I have comments on or not. If you come to the forums, alphablackpaintball.com, check out all the information we've got there for you, and sign up, become a member, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and again, stay safe.